Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome to the very first episode of the FTB Interactions pack. The Interactions pack, that's what I'm trying to say. So welcome to the first episode. We are actually going to be playing this pack on the patron server. So we'll be on here. This pack does start out as a skyblock, so right now we are in the void, but that will change later on because you end up going to the overworld. So I know a little bit about this pack. I've kind of kept kind of an eye on it. I haven't watched it terribly closely, but the pack just came out today, and the server is fresh and new, and we're gonna be checking this out. So, anyways, first up, we need to make a team. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see if this works. Team create Asgard purple. There we go. Okay, so we have made a team. Oh, it was just the FTB team. Okay, never mind. I was like, I'm not sure which team it is. Okay, so anyway, starting out, we have a one probe readme, a quest book, astral tome, a lunchbox, and a tome of knowledge, which is used, of course, to unlock all transmutation knowledge when it's learned. And inside of here, we have 16 blackberries, 16 blueberries. Let's go ahead and do /island create. And here in a second, I'm going to have to give purely platonic a hand. It's very, very dark here. Even though there's light sources, it is very, very dark. Okay, this is awesome. Let me go ahead and just break this piece of wood. Okay, well, the sun's starting to come up, so we're going to have some light. This is supposed to emit light, but it's not. It is not at the moment. And then inside of our transmutation table, let's go ahead and... Oh, I haven't used Project E in so long. I think we put it in here, right? So if I do that, there we go. Okay, so we've learned all transmutation knowledge. So everything that we can make is unlocked. You can see there's not a whole lot of stuff in here. And I'm thinking that's like all of it, maybe. I'm not sure. You can see that like oak wood doesn't have an EMC. It looks like just saplings and stuff that we can make. But anyways, let's go ahead. Oh yeah, we got a quest book. Let's go ahead and open that. And this is the FTB quest mod. I'm actually not a fan of this quest mod that much because I don't know, it just looks so... I just think better questing is so clean. It's so clean and to look at and everything. Okay, so we've got a quest here that says, if you see one of these quest icons, it means that this section contains information that can't be found in Jei or useful tips and tricks to get through the pack. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and accept. There we go, quest completed. And then the next quest, we're going for full transparency. We start you off on a void world because testers kept dying in the overworld. Take your time, get to know Jei in the quest book, and rush the pack progression at your own risk. Okay, let's go ahead and accept that. This one here says set your keybinds. Welcome to Interactions. Set your keybinds. Also wear sunscreen and don't forget to set your keybinds. Smoking increases your chances of lung cancer, and proper keybinds help you play the game. Binding keys is also important. There was once a little lost Minecraft player who forgot to set his keybinds. That player stayed lost. Then there was another smart little Minecraft player who remembered to set her keybinds. She beat Interactions in record time. Okay, let's go ahead and turn that one in. I'll set keybinds as I need them. Natural spawns are disallowed in the void. That includes hostiles in dark rooms and passives on grass. You can still force spawns, though, if you had the ability. So, like a spawner or something like that. Alright, let's go ahead and mark that one off. Be sure to check your keybinds for the Incuridion. It's your personal bookcase with all the guides, books in-game. We'll go ahead. I'll check that really, really quick, actually. Okay, I actually cannot find the keybind for that. I looked through everything that took ale, and there was nothing, and searching it didn't do anything. I don't know. I have no clue. So anyways, moving on. I don't really need it right this second anyways, so. Jei pro tips. FTBQ has Jei Integration. Just use the check recipes keybind default R on the quest icon or on the left if there are multiple items. If you have mouse with a back button, it's recommended you bind that key to Jei show previously viewed recipe instead of backspace. Makes life easier. Holding shift while mousing over an item reveals its OR dictionary tags. Many recipes can take multiple similar inputs. If you find yourself repeatedly looking up items, try bookmarking it in Jei. You'll probably be using this for circuits, robot arms, and motors. Okay, so let's go ahead and check mark that. And then always double tap, press shift twice while in Quest GUI to open a searchable list of quests. It can help you track quest dependencies on another tab easier. Okay, we'll go ahead and mark that one off. And then ore excavation, vein miner changes. Ore excavation is meant for non-resource gathering convenience. You can shear leaves, gather up an astral temple, or mow a lawn. Or X blacklists ore veins and logs, as that would render hammers, drills, lumber axes useless. The default key is grave. Okay, we'll go ahead and accept that. Okay, so next up, README, put the book in the transmutation table to beat the pack. Congrats. Which we've already done that, and so let's go ahead and check mark that, and we get a pizza soup. Let's see. Let's go ahead and claim that. We'll just click there, and there we go. We got some pizza soup. Unfulfilling meal, dairy vegetable. Okay, so anyways, now we're actually into the pack, I think. Proper, after all that little introduction stuff. Twerk to the left, sprint to the right, crisscross. Everybody clap your hands. This is about twerking for tree growth. So what we're going to need to do, let's go ahead and chop this down. I'm just going to punch it for now. There we go. And then we can, of course, hold grave and break that down real quick. Which I didn't get any saplings, but we do have this, so we'll just get a new oak sapling from that, which is going to complete a quest. And then if we want to, we can take that and we can just bash the shift click button. I always hate this. It's just a good way to wear out your shift button. So okay, there we go. And then let's take a look here. We completed this quest, so we're going to get a breaded pork chop from that. Next up is the Coagulated plant ball. It says use it on grass for plants, use on moss stone for vines, use on a plant to copy it. From the plants mod. Okay, so to make that, we are going to need, looks like a basic work table. Which that takes water. I don't know. I'm guessing that's the only way to make those. So we won't be able to make those yet. The world is your table. Grab some gravel from your EMC table, make flint for Tinker's Flint Axe head, and combine it with a stone stick in your 2x2 crafting grid. We actually might be able to buy those with EMC. So we'll have to... Oh my gosh. I don't know why it gets so dark. It's terrible. Okay, I'm just going to break down this tree in the pitch blackness that is this pack. Oh, I actually got 7 saplings that time. That's good. I don't know why these aren't emitting light. Oh, and they just said on the server, don't visit people because you can't get back. So just a heads up on that. Okay, flint is made just like that. I think I've got enough EMC to get us a decent amount of gravel. I'm going to need, what, 21 pieces of gravel to get us started. I got a little bit more EMC than I needed, but I got a lot of saplings off that. Oops, I made too many. Anyways, there is our flint. And then, I keep wanting to hit grave to open up my quest book. And then we need to get 3 stone rods. And you know what? I forget that I can just do that. Okay, so we're going to need just 2 pieces of cobblestone for that. And then there is our stone rods. And then our rudimentary axe and pickaxe and shovel. To make these, they are... okay, so 2 for that, 3 for that, and 2 for that. Okay. Awesome. So let's do, there's that, and there's that. And then we can just combine these with our stone rods. There's our hatchet, our pick, and our shovel. Okay, so we completed that quest. We get a pineapple ham. And then next up, we need to get ourselves some oak wood planks. Okay, well, I wish it wasn't pitch dark. I'm going to wait till the sun comes up. I'm hoping this pack gets a bit better. I'm actually, I actually can't stand the starting point. Part of it, though, is due to the fact that it is pitch dark. And none of the lights in this area seem to be working. Which I didn't change graphic settings, really. I mean, I changed some things, but nothing that should affect with the lighting. And I don't know if it's supposed to be this dark or what. But I can't make torches at the moment, so I do apologize. Okay, sun's starting to come up. But hopefully this pack will get a bit better. I hope so. I hope so. I think it will. From what I've seen, I think it will. Okay, so now that the sun's up, let's go ahead, and I think what we are going to do is just place this down and right-click it. There we go. And then we can take those, I think, and yeah, right-click again and chop it. And then we got a quest complete. And we get a sweet potato souffle. And what does it take to make chests? Wood casing. Okay, so we can, well, I've got a, yeah, I can make a crafting table now. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we can make ourselves a standard crafting table. Okay. Because I want a, I'm going to put it over here, I guess. Okay, crafting station needs a pure daisy to get that. So, alright, let's see. I'm going to make a few more oak wood planks because we're going to need these. Oh, and they actually eat through my hunger to make those. So I don't need to go too crazy with these, actually. Okay, I've got 6. That should be good. And we do have nutrition. We'll take a look at that later. Right now, I'm just basically eating anything I can get my hands on. Okay, so to make our chest, there's our wood casing, and... oh, man, it's going to take a lot of planks. Okay, we'll get back to that in a second. The wood barber... for this, we're going to have to get some flint shears, and then over here, we need to make ice. Ice is made. I keep forgetting I can just do that. Actually, I think, wasn't ice in here? Yeah, it is. Okay, so we're going to buy a piece of ice, and then I need to get the flint shears, which I believe are just like that. Yes. Okay, so those 2 quests are done. And we get a banana split and a stuffed pepper. Let me get some more. I kind of don't want to... I may not make a chest until I just have to, because my hunger making planks... yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to make a chest, in fact. Okay, so next up we need to make ourselves a basic work table and a stone mallet. Okay, so we are going to need an axe, a shovel, a pick, the flint ones, and then a crafting table to make our basic work table. The stone mallet is cobblestone and sticks. So let's go ahead. Let's get, I guess I could grab any of these cobblestones. Let's go ahead and just get some cobblestone so that we've got it. And then I'm going to go ahead and get, there's 64 gravel. Okay. I can always throw it back and get that back if I need to. Okay, so we're going to need, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flint. And then we are going to need some more stone rods. And then our stone mallet, we'll go ahead and grab that. And then we are also going to need the work table. Which is this it's not a shapeless recipe. So I'm actually going to have a crafting table and then another crafting table to make that. So let's go ahead and do that. There is that. And so far I haven't needed a shovel or a pick, so I'm going to go ahead and just turn those into the basic work table. Oh, they just take damage. Okay. Never mind. But it seems like they need full durability because it said I didn't have it. Either that or I just can't shift click it in, which may be the case. Okay, so we completed that quest and we get a tuna fish sandwich and a toolbox. Okay. Well, there's those. And I'm assuming this toolbox is like a chest. This is from Artisan Work Tables. Yeah, it's basically a chest. Okay, awesome. Oh, no, it's not. It's just for tools. It's just for Artisan Work Table tools. Okay, scratch that. Okay, so next up they want us to make a Flint Axe from Greg Tech. And it's actually probably a good idea. And that and the stone saw would both be pretty good. So the stone saw is stone rod, sticks, and flint. We'll go ahead and go for that. And I'm going to go ahead and put the basic work table down right here. So, and I think I can make recipes in this like a normal crafting table. No, I can't. Okay, so I guess I need both of them. I guess I'm making certain things in this and certain things in that crafting table. Okay. So there's our stone saw. We'll go ahead and put that into there. And then we can take our wood and make planks a bit easier. So now it's no issue at all for us to... I'm curious, can I do... No, I can't. Okay. So I just need 2 crafting tables to have 2 crafting tables. There's a chest. Awesome. Okay, and we're going... Oh, and that was a quest, actually. Cool. I didn't even notice. That was a quest, probably in one of these other tabs. So if we... It was, what, double tap shift, right? There we go. Right here, chest. No, that's... Oh, right there. Okay. So this, we don't get any reward for this, but it leads into bronze chest and wooden chest. That's in the... Okay. It's the one with the chest icon. That makes sense. Okay, so the... Let's see, the axe. What do we need for this? Sticks and flint. Okay, easy enough. And we have all of that stuff. So let's go ahead... There we go. There's our Flint Axe. And then, what do we get from that? No reward. Okay. Okay, so next up, the Water Colander. The path to extra 10 hearts, damage resistance, and crops re-rendering chunks start here. We recommend you build 4 to 6 of these to alleviate too much waiting. There are several variants, Survivalist, Dense Survivalist, and Fisherman's. All 3 provide different resources, and you will need them all. Okay, so we need a Strainer base, Survivalist Strainer, and Survivalist Strainer Dense to complete the quest. But I'm going to go ahead and actually make 6 of these. And we're going to make 2 of each strainer, I think, depending on what it takes. So, okay, so we're going to need a chest. We're going to need planks. We're going to need fence. We're going to need Whopper. Okay. So it looks like we'll be wearing out the shift button. I'm going to do 4 at a time to make this a little bit easier. And the GregTech axe will actually chop down the entire tree in a single swoop. So, and then if I shear this, these have EMC. Awesome. Okay, so we'll go ahead and just dump those. That's a good way to get EMC right there. Can I make a furnace? I don't want to spend another pitch black night. It can be looted in villages. Okay. Okay, I was just looking, and there is a recipe for torches. It's about the... It's probably the strangest recipe I've ever seen. Like, you stick bark on a stick and it lights on fire, and of course sticking coal on a stick doesn't make a whole lot of sense either. But okay, so we do have the immersive lighting, which is nice. We can just throw a torch in our offhand and just run around with this, and it will light stuff up. But wow, you would think like having a sea lantern in this but it seems like they're like nerfed or something. I'm not sure. But okay, so now we actually have light, so we can do things. That's great. You would think that would have been like one of the starting quests. Maybe. It's like, hey, make a torch, because you could do it with bark. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make... or wait, I want to make a strainer base. Okay, well, I'm going to need a bunch of planks. So there is... Okay, that's all I can make with that saw. I'm going to have to make a new stone saw, which means I buy more cobblestone. I gotta say, I'm not a fan of this start. Like, I'm hanging in there because I'll, we're be in the overworld before we know it. But this start is not my cup of tea, I don't think. So at first when I saw the EMC, I was like, okay, that's not too bad. And then I don't know, I'm just not a fan of this start very much. It's very strange to me. Okay, so we're just going to get, yeah, there's 36, and I'm just going to throw that away, I guess. And then we're going to need a bunch of trapdoors. Like I said, I want to make 6 of these. So let's go ahead. Whoops. There we go, there's that. And then there's 3 of our Whopper Mark IIs. And that apparently was a quest from somewheres. Right here. The Whopper Mark II. Okay, it doesn't give us anything though, so I guess I've got gravel. I guess I'm making more flints. I'm just going to make all this, because I guess I'm going to need just a ton of this stuff. Because you don't make many planks per Get a bunch of stone rods. You don't make a whole lot of planks per saw, so maybe it's my fault for wanting to make a bunch of saws at once. There we go. Let's get some more wood and kind of clear out some of my inventory here at the same time. Okay. There's 6 of those. And then we're also going to need 6 chests, which means I need a bunch more planks. I'd rather just make 6 of these in one fell swoop because it just makes our lives a little bit easier, I guess. Sort of. Okay, so I need more wood. So give me just a bit. I'm going to just farm up a whole bunch more wood. And then I guess we need to start looking into making what we're going to need for the Survivalist Strainers. I'm assuming it's going to need string of some sort. Twine we can make with plant fibers. And if I had to guess, that's going to be... I think we need shears to get our plant fibers. And we can... I don't know if we can use saplings or if I'm going to have to buy grass in order to do it. Okay, I can use saplings. I don't have a whole lot of saplings at the moment. Saplings are 32 EMC. I'm not sure what it costs. It's only 1 to get grass. Okay, so I'm just going to get 64 grass. And then there's 64 plant fibers. And then to make the twine, we need plant fibers like this. Oops. Like that. And then our shears. And we'll get our twine. And then our Survivalist Strainer and our Dense Survivalist Strainer is just like this. Okay. So I guess I should leave that in there. We're going to need 2 of these. They do stack. Okay, cool. I'm going to wait to get any more of those. I'm actually going to go ahead and just make a chest. I'm going to need one because otherwise my inventory is going to fill up with junk like it is right now. Okay, and then I can put these tools into that. So I'll put those and this stone mallet that I haven't used as of yet. Okay, I've got a bunch more oak. That should be good enough, I think, to probably push us over the finish line. So this is like handsaw simulator. I'm just eating through handsaws. Okay, so now the strainer base. I gotta make it in this thing. I'm gonna need fences as well. So, and these are made in this. Alright, so let's go ahead and I need the chests for starters. I don't have enough wood. Let me... One second, let me get some more of these stone saws. I'm going to be amazed. I don't think this is going to be enough. I don't think it's going to be enough wood either, but... Okay, there's our 5 chests. Awesome. Okay, so over here, we can go ahead and start laying this out, I guess. Actually, we can just lay it out. There we go. And that is how we get strainer bases. And let me go get some more wood, though, because I am just about out. And we got an apple. Okay, there is our first 4 strainer bases. And then I've got to get just a bit more wood here. There we go, and there we go. No, I need another stone mallet. There we go. There's our stone mallet. And these leaves, I'm going to go ahead and just dump them in there for EMC. Blank scanner module. Alright. And there is our new mallet. Okay, so we've got 6 strainer bases. Awesome. And then I think the quest, we've got the 2 nets. I think the dense one, we're going to need a dense net. Okay. Okay, so for that one, let's go ahead and put in our shears. Let's take our twine. We get 2 dense nets per craft. And then we can get our 2 dense survivalist strainers and our 2 standard survivalist strainers. And then, okay, they're 120 uses each. And then the fisherman strainer, we're going to need sugarcane to get that. Which is going to come from straining using the survivalist strainer to get that. Okay. So I tell you what, for right now, I'm going to go ahead and use this remaining twine. And we'll get another dense net. And what was the Oh, I don't remember what the net was. Okay, it was just 3 of them. We're going to go ahead and get 1 more of those. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get 2 more. Just because I can. And we'll get 2 more of those. And 2 more of those. I'm going to put 1 set of these up because I only need that for right now. And then we completed that quest. I know my inventory is awesome right now. Let me actually throw away, or not throw away, but toss in those sticks. I can also use them for EMC, of course. But okay, so this quest, we get a leafy fish sandwich and an efficiency meter. Awesome. And then we need to make water, which is going to be fairly easy to do. Let me get, I've got 1 piece of ice. Let me go ahead and get 6 pieces total. And we're going to set this up. I'll tell you what, let me just grab some cobblestone. There we go. And we're going to set our strainers up over here, I guess. Okay, and let's set up our water strainers. And I'm going to do these. Well, actually, I guess I'll put them down by 1. Is that what I want to do? Not really. Now I'm gonna put them here, and I'm gonna build around it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a water strainer that sits here, and if I recall correctly, there's certain things that affect your efficiency. I'm not sure about. We're in a plains biome, so we're not gonna get a biome efficiency boost. But we want to make sure and not put these like horizontally adjacent to each other. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like, let's see, this would be. Okay, 1 second. Let me put some water in this. Okay, so if I put ice down right there, and let me make a couple torches. Nice thing is mobs aren't going to be able to spawn here because they're completely, I guess, completely turned off in this dimension. So that's good. But we'll go ahead and set that there and let that that ice melt. Or wait, I think I can just break it, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. I always forget about that. Alright, so we've got flowing water. If we check our efficiency, we have a bonus efficiency of 10%. But what we should be able to do is come out and place 1 right there and 1 right there. And we should still have the 10%. Okay, awesome. Awesome stuff. I couldn't remember how that... It's been a while since I've used Water Strainer. Really not that long, I guess, but it feels like it's been a long time. And then I guess I could put them here, right? Well, it has no water. And we're using the straight up ugly cobblestone. We're not going to build in this dimension. I know we get to the overworld before too long, and so naturally I'm just going to build in the overworld. Okay, yeah, we still got a 10% bonus. That's a 10%. And then if we drop down a couple pieces of ice there, break that, and we should have 10% on all of these. Okay. That's perfect. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our nets and we're going to do Survivalist Strainer there. And then we're going to do there. And I'm on the server right now with Purely Platonic, John Wag, and myself. But anyways, you can see we're starting to gather things. We're getting cotton seeds. We are getting dirt. And then, let's see, there's lotus seeds. So that stuff's all running, which is good. Clay kiln, we can start making charcoal, I'm assuming. And then healing salve. What was the stuff to get the coagulated plant ball again? Okay, we're going to need some water and then just a hammer with pretty much four of any plant. Okay, so I wonder, I don't know if the wood bowl recipe will work or not to get water. I'm assuming we're not going to be able to make a bucket right now. And we can make, oh, I need a knife to make a bowl. Okay, but you know what? This pack does have barquettes. So we're just going to use a barquette. I didn't think about it. I could just do this. Okay, so to get a barquette, it is standard, just like that. We can take our barquette, we can grab that water, add it to the basic work table, and now we can make ourselves Oh, the plant ball thing. That and that, and there we go. There's coagulated plant balls. And then what we can do is, like with these, for example, if we have saplings, we can just right-click, and you can see it makes a bunch more saplings. And then we can do that with pretty much any kind of plant. So it will prove useful a little bit later on. Not so useful right now for saplings, because EMC is basically free, and we can just buy everything through this table. So we don't need it right this second, I don't guess, for anything that comes to mind. So we'll just put that away for now. Okay, so, and then there was the healing salve, which I'm assuming is the dungeon tactics, or rough tweaks, that's what it is. Okay, so for this we're going to need some flowers. We haven't actually got any flowers yet. I don't know if we can... Oh, you know what? I think they come from strainers, don't they? Yes, they come from fisherman strainers. But we need that sugarcane. I don't know... Oh, wow. We've got sugarcane. And it's apotheosis sugarcane. Which I'm familiar with that from the pack that I've been working on. So it makes me wonder if they have tweaked the settings on it to make sugarcane grow really, really high or something. Because apotheosis, that's one of the things it adds. So you can have... I actually added it to the pack. And at first it wasn't tweaked in the pack that I'm working on, like for the first little bit. And then I happened to look near where I've been doing a lot of my crafting and stuff. I looked, and the sugarcane had grown to, it was like 64 blocks tall, the sugarcane was. So, of course, I fixed the config for that since then, but it will just shoot up if you're not careful. So I'm not sure if it's going to grow like abnormally super huge in this pack or not. We will find out though. So that is now going, and I'm going to continue spreading this out bit by bit. Okay, I've got a fair amount of sugarcane going, and then I think I can buy dirt. I'm not going to because I can just get it from strainers. Yeah, it's only 2 MC, but I'm getting it passively through here, so. Okay, so we'll give the sugarcane some time to grow. And let's see, if we take a look here, the next quest is the clay kiln. Then there's also a quest here for making, I am overused pun, grout. So true. Okay, so we need to make grout, we need to get a bone, and then get into the Pam's Harvest ground traps. And make a clay kiln, low-grade charcoal, and whittled fire sticks. Okay, so the clay kiln, let's take a look at that first. I know it's getting pretty close to wrapping up point for this first episode. Okay, there we go. Easy enough. So there's that. And then we're going to need the charcoal block, the low-grade charcoal. And then we also need whittle sticks. Okay. There's that. That. I guess I should do that. I think we'll complete a quest, or finish out that. There we go. Okay, and you may remember these kilns from SevTech. They're actually really, really nice. I'm going to go ahead and make like 4 to get started with. And I guess I should start just building out cobblestone. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's take our whittle stick. I'm going to place down like wood planks down here. And we're going to put, I'm actually going to open, I'm going to open this up first. And I'll put that right there. We're going to take our whittle sticks. Let me put that down as well. And we're going to just right click, or wait, the low-grade charcoal, we're going to need a piece of wood. Let me go get, okay, so what we're going to do, let's take our oak wood and we're just going to put that into there. Then we're going to take our whittle sticks and we're going to just right click, and it's going to do that and start a fire down here. And of course this is eventually going to burn out. That's fine. It should hopefully to have enough burn time. It smelted the kiln, but hopefully it'll smelt that piece of wood as well. So we can get our first bits of low-grade charcoal, and then we can really get this up and going. So I'm going to need another set of whittle sticks. There we go. Okay, that didn't work out. I don't believe it loses its smelting time or anything. I mean, I think it keeps its progress. So there we go. There is our piece of low-grade charcoal. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, let me break that off. We're going to put down our low-grade charcoal, and then we're going to make another set of whittle sticks. And we're going to whittle that, and then we'll never have to light that one on fire again. And then I can just plop that into there, and we can start smelting up our next piece of low-grade charcoal. So what I'm gonna make this starting base just a big eyesore. All right, so we're gonna do that. Because it doesn't really matter. We're not gonna stay here for very long. That's kind of what I'm holding out on, because like, I'll be honest, I don't really like the start of this pack all that much. But I think once we get to the overworld, it'll be a bit more fun. Of course, I'm not a fan, personally, of Project E, and I'm not a fan of Skyblocks. So, it kind of comes with the territory. I'm not crazy about the start of this, but I think, like I said, I think once we get out of like into the overworld, I think it'll be a bit more fun. So, okay, there we go. Now we're starting to get some low-grade charcoal up and going, and all that good stuff. Go ahead and light that one on fire, and one more. There we go, and our 4 clay kilns are now done. Awesome, and then I have an extra piece of low-grade charcoal. That's fine. Looks like we're probably going to end up using that. Yeah, we can make tiny charcoal and stuff. Okay, so now what we're going to do... Let's see. The sausage bean melt. Okay. I'll take it. And wait a second. Diminishing returns start after eating any food one more time. Okay. Okay, I cut for a minute while I was editing some footage, and I was on the phone for a second. And we do have the sugarcane. We'll get those strainers set up for the new strainers. I'm just going to let these just kind of run down and run out of uses. So I'll probably set those up next episode. I know we're getting kind of close to wrapping up point. One thing I do want to do, well, there's a couple things I actually want to do before we end out the episode. It might end up being a little bit longer of an episode, but that's okay if it does end up being a little bit longer this first episode. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a stone hoe, and let's grab our barquette. And we're going to go ahead and swim down. Yeah, let's swim down right here. Place a piece of cobble right there. And I just want to make a farm real quick. And then we'll just move our water. There we go. Okay, so that's done. And that means I can plant seeds. So we can actually start getting some farming going. Which would be nice. I didn't look to see if earthworms, if you could... wow, okay. That didn't last very long. I'll tell you what, I'm actually just going to put a crafting table over here. And I'm using, you'll notice that I'm using like all sorts of different blocks and, oops, that's not how you make a hoe. Using all different sorts of blocks and stuff, and it's not very pretty at all to look at. And I'm actually kind of doing that on purpose. Normally I try to build, and I like to build, but we're only going to be here for a short period of time, and I'm actually going to probably, I'm going to put that block, or a block right there, in fact. Now I'm actually probably going to try to just rush to get out of here. I'm not a big fan of this. Like, to be perfectly honest, I want to get to the overworld because the start of this pack actually kind of has me not terribly excited. But I think once we get out of here, I think the pack will be a little bit more interesting. For me personally. Because the start is not my favorite thing in the world. But now we can plant seeds. So I'm going to plant just a few seeds here. Like, I don't know. Basically just whatever I can get my hands on. But anyways, I'm planting just some food. I'm planting some cotton and other stuff. Cotton, rice, tomatoes, garlic, chili peppers, lettuce, and cucumbers. That way we at least have something to eat. And then I'm going to plant like wheat down through here. Okay, so that's out of the way. The other thing I want to do before we end out the episode is I want to get this. The water-powered saw. This is from Primal Tech. And I guess I could have pulled up the recipe there, but we're going to need this right here, which takes a flint block, which is smelted gravel. So I've got a couple of those smelting up. Actually, they're already done. That was quick. Or it felt like it was quick. I don't know. And then we're going to need that. There's our water-powered saw blade. Okay, but anyways, we're going to need a couple wooden pressure plates for those. Not a couple, I guess, but you know. You know what I mean. And then I guess that's it. It's fairly cheap to craft this thing. And then that quest is done. And we get curry rice from that. And then there's a quest to get the architect's saw bench, which is for building. I don't know if it might have some uses on here. I'm not for sure, but... Okay, so I'm going to set up a little water channel here, and let's see if this works the same way that it did. So that, or is it one back? It's been a while since I've used this. I tested this a long time ago, because back on SevTech, back when we played it, it was like it wasn't implemented yet. Okay, so if we were to put the wood there, it's going to cut it, and then you'll notice it drops it right there on top. Okay. So what we can do is, it's fairly simple. This will be very easy to automate. What we can do is just, yeah, what we should be able to do, I guess, is let's make a Whopper Mark II. I don't know why I keep running over to that crafting table to craft everything. Yeah, this is actually going to be very easy to automate, since it always drops everything on top of it. I was thinking it did more like the Better with Mods and it threw it, but this is actually very, very easy. I want to say there was a time when it threw stuff. Or maybe I'm just thinking Better with Mods. Because Better with Mods just kind of tosses it, you know, like with the millstone and stuff like that. And I was thinking this worked the same way, but maybe not. So what we're going to do, let's get that. And actually, I'm going to want 2 of these. That's fine. Luckily, it makes 2 trapdoors at a time. And then we're going to want to get a bit more wood. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Whopper Mark II, and I'm going to set it up. Let's see, I would generally, yeah, I'd be coming from that side. So I'm going to put the Whopper right there. This should allow auto input. And so if I was to throw in, whoops, no, don't... If I was to throw in that, for example, yeah, see, it goes into the thing there. Okay, and so then what we can do is, oh yeah, I'm gonna need another. Yeah, we're gonna have to get this done. We need automatic wood because that wood saw is not gonna be useful to us. Really, having to manually do it would just about be better to just go ahead and manually do it, so we're going to have to automate it for it to be really useful. So now if we put in our oak wood, it should feed this in. There we go, it just keeps running through. Awesome. I felt like an FPS drop whenever it started running. So then what we can do is we can just pile up this, and so whenever we have wood, we just come over here, dump it in the chest, and we're golden, and then all we need to do is set up... well, I'm going to need one more wood casing here. So there's that. And then there's a chest. Okay, so what I want to do is, let's see, I'm going to have the chest setting right in there. So we'll put that right there. And then I'm going to put, go ahead and do that. And we'll just let the water flow. Maybe I should have set it back by 1. Or no, that'll be fine. And then we'll just open this up and put the Whopper there. Okay, and this is still running. We've got a ton of those. And let's see, can I make a slab? Okay, that. Awesome. Okay. So there's our slab. And then we're just going to put that... actually, if I put it right there, I wonder if the Whopper would still collect stuff or not. No. Anyways, let's try. Let's get ourselves a piece of ice, and we'll set that right there. Okay. I've been messing with this for a little bit, and it seems like if you have it go sideways, since you can have the water right there and it not stop the water-powered saw, that seems to work. I've been watching Tyler die while I do this. Like, he keeps, he just got on the server, he's up to 4 deaths right now. But they've made it, in this pack, they've done it so that you pretty much have to just gun through the quests so that you don't starve to death. I wonder if that's going to work going into the Whopper right there, since it doesn't turn. I should have set things up a little bit differently, but it seems like it will go as long as there's a water block right there. See, it takes a second. It kind of gets stuck on that corner. But then it actually flows down. Okay, but it's not going to go into the Whopper right there. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to move this around a little bit. Which means that... I hope I don't lose my Whopper. Okay, got that. Awesome. And then my chest. Okay. Well, actually, let's yeah, we'll just set it up here. We don't care about how it looks. Not in this world. Once we get to the overworld, we'll make it a little bit fancier, but not too worried about it right there. Okay, so now, and I should be able to remove most of this stuff. I've just been, it's a big mess because I've been playing with it for a little while. Actually, I wonder, can I remove that without water going everywhere? That'd be perfect. Okay. And then technically I can remove that. And I was trying to see if I could make the water flow backwards, but of course that didn't work because the water was flowing opposite the way that the bottom was, so it didn't work. Basically. Moral of the story is it didn't work. So, but I was playing around with it for a little while. But that's okay. Alright, and then I can remove that too. Okay, so basically, to explain what's going on, the water here is flowing from this source block. It's flowing over, and it's activating the water-powered saw, right? You have to have a water source block underneath it and then water flowing out for it to work. I still wish, one thing I would love if the water-powered saw would do is actually work with like a flowing river so that it kind of made more sense, because you pretty much have to have the source block. I don't think you can, you know... I mean, I guess you could have a source block here and kind of make it look like a river that kind of just suddenly dies off. But it would be kind of cool if it actually worked with like a river in some sort of fashion. But anyways, that basically runs the water-powered saw, and then the chest and the Whopper feed into the water-powered saw. The water source block here takes it and pulls it around and down to the Whopper Mark II. And that's really it. Okay, so then if we throw wood in here, and this should work. Yeah, and it pulls it down. Awesome. And then, there we go. We have wood. Okay, but I think that's going to be it for the end of this first episode. It's well past wrapping up point. I do apologize, but it's kind of our first episode, so you guys get an extra long one. As far as my first impressions on the pack, I mean, I will say this pack hasn't been something I've been like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for it, you know. So I mean, my expectations were kind of, you know, just whatever. I will say the start of this pack is tough for me to want to keep going personally. I'm going to, because I think once we hit the overworld, I think the pack is going to be a lot more fun. From my perspective, but right now it's kind of dreadful for me personally. And a lot of that's due to the fact that, well, let's see, the in Kiradon, where I was looking for that config for like 10 minutes, that config actually doesn't exist, or that keybind doesn't actually exist because the mod's not in this pack. It was an oversight by the mod devs, so, or the mod pack devs. But for me, I think the biggest issues... First off, I'm not a big fan of the FTB quests. I think part of it might be with the way that they've done it within this pack, because it's like the most... For one, I don't like this background, and I don't know that we can change it. I mean, there's not like an option. I don't know. I'll have to look around, but it's an eyesore to me. It's not clean. It's not pretty, and these, it's kind of convoluted the way it's laid out. I mean, some of these later ones, like, I don't know, all these like lines. I like the better questing. It's, you know, it's just a lot cleaner. So I'm not really a big fan of this. Also, the quest book is near useless because, like, for example, like if you're new to a mod, for example, the water-powered saw doesn't tell you anything at all about that. Of course, I've used these before, so it's not really an issue to me personally. But the quests in the quest book, there's not, you know, there's nothing there really. It's just, I don't know, some snarky text a lot of times, or, you know, whatever, and then it's like, here you go. Which, like I said, doesn't matter to me, but for somebody that's new to mods, I think it's kind of a drawback, because there's so much you can do with quests to really like help players out, and I don't think this pack, at least so far, it doesn't seem like they're really trying to do that at all. But then as far as for me, of course, I'm not a big fan of skyblocks. It takes a really good skyblock for me to really want to want to stay with it and stuff, which is kind of rare. And for me, the skyblock in this pack, it feels like, and I think it was kind of like a last minute rush thing, like, okay, like, because from what I understand, the testers that were playing, you know, the beta or whatever, said the overworld was too difficult starting out there. So instead of saying, okay, well, you know, whatever, or whatnot, they made this skyblock thing. This is the skyblock machination that they have created, and it feels like there's not really any depth, and there's no reason to like really bother with much stuff here. So it's just like a very, very watered down experience starting out. Normally starting a pack is really exciting and fun, whereas with this pack, for me at least, it's kind of like, okay, like, it's just kind of like drudging through this like swamp of just I don't know, just going through quests to do more quests till I can finally get to the overworld. I think personally, if they had wanted to make it so that players didn't have to start in the overworld and it was a little bit easier, they could have, like, for people like myself, it would have been nice if they had just said, like in one of the first quests, okay, the overworld's really, really tough. It's very, very dangerous. So feel free to stay in the skyblock for as long as you can / want to. And then whenever you're ready to leave, just buy the portal from the transmutation tablet and enter the overworld at your own risk, you know, because I'd rather be in the overworld. I feel like I would have went to the overworld like right out the gate, because I don't mind a tough experience, you know. I have no issues whatsoever with a tough experience. I like combat, and I like exploration, and I like dying and stuff like that. And so I feel like forcing us to drudge through this, whereas had I been in the overworld, it would have been a little bit more exciting, because I would have had to go out and find these things and do these things, and, well, I mean, I guess I still could have crafted them the same way, just in the overworld, but still, you know, giving us that option to either explore or walk around on this platform in the sky for a while would have been nice. Because right now, I'm just going to rush progression until we can get to the overworld, because this is, like... If I had to go through like 10 episodes of playing this as it is right now, I would totally just drop it and go play something else, because personally for me, it hasn't yet reached the point where it's a fun pack at all. Whereas normally the first episode's always really, really fun because you're in like a new thing. But yeah, I mean, that's my takeaway. I'm not really... I'm going to push on to the overworld, because I think it's going to be more fun once we hit the overworld for me, but right now it's kind of dreadful. It's a little bit dreadful right now for me. So, like, I don't know. That's just my opinions, my takeaways from, you know, the first. I don't know. I mean, I've been on here for a couple hours, but granted, like 10 minutes of that was trying to find the keybinds for mods that didn't exist, or and then a lot of it was just sitting around editing, to be honest, and then messing with automating that saw, because I didn't want to have to manually cut wood anymore. But that's just my takeaways. I think it would have been a different experience starting out the pack and a lot more fun had it been in the overworld, and if they had just said, whenever people said, oh, it's too difficult, then they should have just said, well, that's too bad. Like, I don't know. It's just trying to please everybody. It never works. So just do what you're inspired to do, I think, and I think it'll turn out a whole lot better. But I'm hoping the pack gets better. I'm really, really hoping that the pack gets better and that it gets more fun. So, because I think the concept and the premise of the pack, and I think it could be a lot of fun, and a fun way to approach Greg Tech. And I've looked through some of the recipes and stuff while I was editing footage, and I liked some of the recipes. But anyways, that's my takeaway. So we will continue on. There'll be an episode 2, and we'll try to hurry up and get to the overworld, and then hopefully it's going to be a bit more exciting then. So. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And thank you for listening to my rambling. And anyways, I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then.